So this is Dr. Scott Cohen. My name is
Hey,
Sebastian. Thanks for being so patient and here with us on the show. What's the question today?
All right, here's the question. So, I have one child. She is an only child, a little older than your kid, Sebastian. She's 8, and we have been noticing the whole kind of attitude thing recently. Um, like especially after she gets done with a play date or she's with her, like her cousin. All of a sudden, we enter the room after having not been around her for a couple hours, and then she just like gives the cold shoulder, and she's just like, "Who are you?" And sometimes it makes Dad feel sad and hurt. So we were wondering if that's like a normal thing.
So is this something that is happening because she's hanging out new friends? Has anything changed in her life in regards to the people she's hanging with? New school, new grade?
No, not really. I mean, she's had consistent friendships this past year. I mean, she's definitely like this past year has developed more, just like socially. Um, After coming out of the pandemic, she's just around kids more and around her friends more in person. Um, she's got like cool red hair now. That's kind of new and super cool. Everybody at her school loves it.
And you said she's 8 years old?
She's 8. She's 8. Just like the attitude. And it's funny because like her friend was over the other night and her dad picked her up and same thing. Like he comes into the house and he's like, "Hey," and she's like, "Where's Mama?" And the dad just goes,
all right. Here's my analysis.
Okay.
This is my analysis. This has no medical backing. This is just
disclaimers.
Yeah. There's a bad seed in the group. All right.
Okay.
Conspiracy.
No, I'm telling you, she's learning it because she's watching a friend do it to her father or being mean or whatever. There's like a, what do you call it? There's like a lion in the herd or whatever. and they're aping the behavior of this bad seed. Because I've seen it a little bit with Serafina where she was like jumping on the furniture and I go, what are you doing with the furniture? You don't do that. She's like, well, so-and-so does it. And I go, well, we don't do that. I nip that in the bud. All right. Now, going to a medical professional, do you have another hypothesis of what this could possibly be?
I mean, there could be some mimicking behavior. I think we do see this, like you said, the other father saw the same thing. We see this at different age groups. It's very common. I think to your point, the last couple of years, the socialization was very off. The world was a very different place. Kids lost a lot of how to interact with people, what to do, how to make eye contact. Those interactions, they're learning again. They're like, basically, it's hard. We took brains that are meant to be out and about and socializing. We locked them in a cage, and now they're trying to figure out all of this again, find out their social structure in school, at home, and those interactions. So it's not a reason we can act like that, right? So, I mean, we should try to, Dad, this. This happens with even my girls, and at 12 years old, sometimes there's attitude, and 14 years old attitude, and even 8 years old sometimes can even be pre-pubertal hormones. You said she's developing a little more and things like that. But spending that one-on-one time, sticking with it, I wouldn't just we're done. But I think some of the behaviors I think you'll see with her friends, but Sebastian's right. It's probably just mimicking.
Bad seed. Look at the group as a whole and figure out who the problem is and eliminate it.
I think, yeah.
I mean, that's all nice and dandy to say COVID, restructuring, this and that. We go right to the meat and potatoes on this side of the table. Bad seed.
Bad seed.
She already
Thank
knows
you,
who it is.
Sebastian.
It's in her head. You know the name of the kid, don't you? I can tell. The second he saw it, I watched your face.
I do. I'm pretty sure I could.
What do I
pinpoint-
know?
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Yeah.
8 years of schooling.
Useless.
Nothing.
I know. Nothing.
Who is you, Doctor?
Forget it. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
So we hope the attitude changes. And listen, there's nothing wrong with having a conversation, and I'm sure you have, about you telling him, hey, listen, we don't treat daddy that way, or
Right.
when he comes in the room, you show him some respect and you
Right.
give him a big hug. He's your father. I think those are teachable moments.
God, it's like you're quoting somebody.
What's that?
Teachable moments? Where'd you get that phrase from?
Again,
Unbelievable.
It just,
Yeah.
it's
No, but and that one-on-one time is really important. That one-on-one time between dad and daughter.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree. I think a lot of that will help keep building rapport and yeah.
Well, we appreciate
thank
you
you
joining
so
us today.
much.
We have a wonderful, wonderful night, and thank you again for sharing your story.
The opinions expressed in this program are not intended as professional medical advice, as a diagnosis, as a treatment protocol, or as a substitute for professional medical advice from your physician. Please consider your own medical history and consult with your own physician for your specific healthcare and/or medical needs and about your concerns for yourself and your family.